Well, very good afternoon to you, dear friend, wherever you are on the continent of Africa. You are in Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Ghana, any part of the Africa continent you are. In Kenya, any part you are on the Africa continent, dear friend, you are highly welcome. It is a great afternoon to you on that continent of Africa. You are in Europe, America, Canada, anywhere you are around the globe. I'm glad to be back with more exclusives and explosives. Quickly, let's get started. Hey, if you are new here, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Subscribe, like the video, and share the video. Yeah, please remember to share the video. Let us go viral. All right, quickly. Chelsea want Michael Olise badly. That is the latest news. Chelsea want Michael Olise badly. Yes. The player feels the obsession. The player is feeling the obsession. Right? Chelsea believe he will be a perfect partner to play alongside Modric, with Palmer and others. Chelsea have made a strong financial offer to Olise. Chelsea have made a strong financial offers to Michael Olise. Amidst the news that Crystal Palace itself, his own club, has also offered him a new deal, a new contract, with an improved salary. This is a club, last season, when Chelsea first attempted to sign Michael Olise, immediately they gave him a new contract. I think that time Crystal Palace was still under, is it Glenn Olsen or so? If my memory serves me right. They immediately gave him a new contract just last season when Chelsea was making the first attempt to sign him. Even though that moment the player was still nursing an injury and Chelsea wanted to sign him, they immediately gave him a new contract. So, because they were in haste, they could not prepare that contract the way it's supposed to be. Now, Chelsea are in the frame again, and they have offered him another new deal. The player is here to accept it. He has a choice, either to accept their offer, to accept Chelsea's offer, or there are 2 or 3 other clubs. Liverpool are now also coming in, with Newcastle and Manchester United all interested in Michael Olise. But believe me, Olise is for Chelsea. This season, we are getting our man Michael Olise. We are obsessed. We really want him badly. And the player is obsessed about playing for Chelsea. Exclusive. That is why I want to break this to you. Crystal Palace offering a new deal to Michael Olise. Higher salary and new release clause. This simply means that they now realize the need to give the player a better deal. When last season they were in haste, they could not prepare the deal for the player well. The 60 million package that they are charging for as a release clause, the player has no dime in it. Understand, despite this, Chelsea is still confident as they push to agree on personal terms. It is up to the player. That is it. It is up to the player. Dear friend, I said it earlier on in my first video. I'm just trying to remind you about it. And but quickly, before we continue, the Euros that are taking place, tonight, there are big games coming up. Tonight. Yes, we have Denmark taking on England tonight. Denmark versus England tonight. And we also have Spain versus Italy. My goodness, Spain, Italy. I look forward to those games. Spain, Italy. What a game. England, Denmark tonight. Watch out for those games. Yeah, I think there are about 3 games tonight. Okay. All right, let's move on quickly. I think Serbia and is it Slovenia also? I'm not too sure on that. Yeah. All right. Okay. Breaking news again. I told you this afternoon is explosive. Breaking news. After rejecting Chelsea's 40 million euro bid for Samu Omorodion. Samu, you know Samu? Yes, Samuel Omorodion. Atletico Madrid are set to offer him a new contract with a release clause of around 120 million euros. Dear friend, you see how clubs are behaving now? Just because Chelsea is a big club coming to buy Samuel Omorodion, the club now has decided to offer him also a new contract. They want to play the game that Crystal Palace play with Chelsea. And look at his release clause. 120 million euros. For what? How much was Erling Haaland bought from Dortmund? Well, for me, it's a good news because that alone will deter Chelsea away from this deal. This alone will deter Chelsea away from this bad deal. Like I said to you yesterday, Chelsea, you want a striker right now, looking at the market, you better go in for Sergio Guirassy. Sergio Guirassy is my man right now. And one of you asked me, who are the players that are available, the strikers that are available right now in the market? Yeah, dear friend, Sesko is available. Victor Gyökeres is available. That's two, right? Sesko is there. Victor Gyökeres is there, right? Opana is there, right? I mean, there are good strikers out there that when you hear their name, at least when defenders hear those names, they will panic. Not John Duran or Samu Omorodion. My goodness. Including our own Victor Osimhen is there. Our own Victor Osimhen is right there. Ole Watson is there. As an English player, Ole Watson is there. He's a striker. What's his name? Oh, Man City's striker that we spoke about severally. Alvarez is there. So what are we talking about? What is about John Duran? What is about Omorodion? I mean, these are players that are not even known. They are not. Who hear John Duran as a defender will be panicking. Well. 120 million release clause. Well, for me, we are following closely. We are following closely. Yes, we are following closely. Because our main target right now is Michael Olise. We want to get Michael Olise done first, then we can now start talking about other issues. But in as much as those news kept popping up, we'll have to discuss it also on this channel, dear friend. Like they said, Olise has to make a decision. It's up to him. He's had conversations with Chelsea, Bayern, and Newcastle. Also, the new contract at Palace has more money and a new release clause. So the player now has a decision to make. Michael Olise has a decision to make. Yes, he has a decision to make right now. All right. Okay. Breaking news. Aston Villa have told Chelsea they are willing to meet. Aston Villa have told Chelsea they are willing to meet Maatsen's release clause, but need a little more time to get their books well. Aston Villa have told Chelsea they are willing to meet the release clause of £35 million, but they need a little bit of time to check their books, their accounts very well. That is the decision now from Aston Villa. They said they have spoken to the player also, who is keen on the move. So they are waiting on, Chelsea now are waiting on Aston Villa to come back to see whether if their account books are very okay. Let them wire the 35 million for it, my friend. We need it. Chelsea need the 35 million pounds. We need it. We need it. This season we are selling a lot of players. Yes, Chelsea are selling a lot of players. All right, quickly before I let you go, dear friend, this afternoon, you see, all these transfer issues that Chelsea are going through right now, right? It is a process. I want you to understand something. It is a process. We passed through similar process last 2 seasons when these new owners took over. Last season, we even passed through the worst scenario. Their first season, at least, they bought some experience. Yeah, they bought some experienced players. Even though the way they sold out or they let go of our most experienced players, the players that have won it all, that have seen it all for Chelsea, the way they allowed them to go wasn't the best. They should have maintained some of them. They should have. But they just decided to let go everyone around the club to start something like, okay, we are building from scratch. No, football management is not like that. If the worst part of it is when they allow Peter Cech even to leave the club. They let go, how do you call her? This lady. And Peter Cech, everyone that is involved, deeply involved in the club, they just allow them to go. And they are starting everything afresh. And it looks like Chelsea now become a newborn club. Okay, next season, you bought talent. We became Talent Academy. We had Mauricio Pochettino, whom we all believe, or many believe, that he is good for such projects. Along the line, we were facing injury crisis. At the time, we have about 12 players on injury. That is half of the squad on injury list. 12. He never had opportunity to work with full squad until later part of the season. 3 weeks or 4 weeks to the end of the season before our injury list began to, reduce. And just as he was beginning to get the players to play and to begin to win games, we began to, do things in a way that even he himself started to lament at press conferences. This is not my Chelsea. This is not my Chelsea. Whose Chelsea is it? If a coach begins to say at press conferences, this is not my Chelsea, it means that there is something wrong somewhere. He kept repeating that word until the season ended. And the next thing we hear, within 4 or 5 days when the season ended, we heard about Pochettino being sacked. Or, let me use the right word, he left the club on mutual agreement. Or the club part ways with Mauricio Pochettino on mutual agreement. Fine. Whichever we want to put it. After climbing from 9th position, 8th, 7th, got to 6th position, we'll allow him to go. And we are starting afresh. It took us another 3 weeks to work on another coach, Enzo Maresca, from the championship. All right. If we are getting a coach from the championship, are we sure the players we are working on right now, like John Duran or Morodion, are they the players that this coach can work with and achieve results? Or we are going to be a club again that will be struggling at mid-table throughout the season, next season? Dear friend, this is my take. The way forward is for us to open our eyes, our ears, and be watching. We just only can hope that before the season, the preseason will begin, we'll begin to have understanding of how our club, our football is going to look like next season. By their signing, by the players they are signing right now, we can tell where our football, our club will be in next season, dear friend. Well, don't go too far away. This is my take. I'll be back with more exclusives and explosives. See you in the next one. When you see me, remember to like the video, share the video, and let me hear from you in the comment section. Shalom and peace.